So today we're going to be talking about GPSs. I'm going to be talking about using our cell phones, the GPS Nuvi and the GPS Zumo, which is specific for motorcycles, and see which one's better and which one I finally chose for my motorcycle. I'm shooting this video from the winery called Summerhill in Kelowna, British Columbia, Canada. So I hope you appreciate this beautiful view. So without further ado, let's give her. Hello YouTube land, welcome back to the channel. I'm Eddie and this is my channel Windy Therapy. So today we're going to be talking about the GPS I chose for my motorcycle. I have been using my cell phone for quite some time, but I believe it was time to step up and get a GPS because if I'm going across the border, I don't have coverage, so I need a GPS. And so this is what this video is all about. Like I said before, I have been using the Maps.me, which is an app you can download maps and use them offline, which works really well. With Maps.me or any other application for a cell phone, the challenge that I was facing was the fact that the screen is not as bright in the sun. So when I was riding a sunny day, I couldn't see the screen really well. So that was the downside of using Maps.me or any other app that you may use with your cell phone. Other than that, works really well. So let's talk about the direction I chose. The mainstream and the most famous one is the Garmin Zumo. It's great, it's the latest technology we have. It's great for on-road and off-road applications. The display is very good, but it's very expensive. So I was faced with a question I have been asking my kids since they were little. Do you need it or do you want it? So I decided to follow that same logic and just buy something that I need, not what I want. The Garmin Zumo is great, is absolutely wonderful, but cost about $750, maybe more in Canada, putting all the taxes. So I couldn't see myself investing that amount of money, considering that I'll probably be using 4 or 5 times per year. So which way did I go? So, well, I decided to buy the Garmin Nuvi, and I'll put the spec right here so you can see what that is. It's not a new one, but for the application that I need, it works really well. This one was a $35 US investment that gives me everything I need. I don't ride off-road. I don't go farther distances in the middle of nowhere like my friend Dewey rides, that's currently going all the way down to Argentina. Yes, he probably needs a Garmin Zumo for that. Or my friends Tommy G and Purple One 3 that are going to Alaska in the next few days. Perhaps they need a Zumo. But my rides are always on main highways or secondary roads and cities. The traditional GPS that we can use in a car works really well for me. What's the downside of using the Garmin Nuvi? Well, you already know that it's not specific for motorcycles, right? So one negative point is the fact that it's not waterproof, but I'll talk about that later. So it's not waterproof and I don't have off-road maps, which again, I don't need it. What else? Perhaps the display is not as sharp as the new Garmin Zumo, but I have to tell you, I'll show you some footages, it looks very good. And the third point that's perhaps a negative, it doesn't connect to a Bluetooth speaker, which I don't have, right? So what I noticed riding with this one in the high volume, I still can hear pretty good, but to be honest, I rely more on the visual. So even if I don't have the voice command, just looking at the screen is all I need. So again, it's not a waterproof, it doesn't connect with your helmets if you have a Bluetooth speaker, and is not for off-road applications. So, but the question is, do you need that, right? I don't. As far as being waterproof, I forgot to bring the case for this footage, but I'll put a picture right here. I just bought a waterproof case that fits into my RAM mount, and that was another, I believe was a $32 investment. So between the $35 Garmin Nuvi and the case, I got set up with $70, or give or take $70 US. And I already used them on my last trip and worked perfectly. Again, I'm not saying that the Garmin Zumo is not good. It's actually excellent as long as you need it, right? You need to invest that amount of money if you're just riding on a highway or city, right? If that's the case, you don't need it. and the excuse or the reason of being waterproof, there are other ways around it. Plus, the likelihood of getting rain is very, very low. But if it does rain, I have an option. So that's what that is, guys. I just used the Garmin Nuvi on my last trip to Vancouver, British Columbia last week. It worked really well. I can see the display very nicely. The information was perfect, and I'm pretty happy, right? I'm not a cheap guy, but I don't want to invest money in stuff that I don't need. So if you like this, if you have questions, please ask me in the comments area down below. Don't forget to give me the thumbs up if you like this video, and please don't forget to subscribe. It's right here. If you like this video, subscribe, because you're gonna get more information just like this one. So that's it, my friends. I hope this video was helpful. If you have questions about this Garmin Nuvi that I bought, please ask me in the comments area down below, and I'll be happy to help you. So until the next time, as always, be good, be safe, and let's keep the rubber side down. Ciao.